Hello and welcome to another episode of Lore Walker's Manga Reviews. Today we will be reviewing the webtoon Transfer Student Stormbringer. Transfer Student Stormbringer is what happens when you take One Punch Man, remove all the powers and monsters, place the main characters in high school, and make the main character of that manga King. The name of the main character is Ju Ingong. Ingong is a hilarious main character who runs into problems because of his fearsome appearance and the fact that he periodically transfers schools. This leads to a rumor that he's actually a delinquent who travels around to different schools, conquers them, and then goes to the new school once he's become the top dog. The new school that our MC transfers to happens to be one that is famous for its numerous delinquents. Despite our main character's fearsome appearance, he's actually a coward who has to act like a thug in order to avoid getting beaten up. He is always constantly looking for ways to look strong without actually having to prove it. He wins most of the fights he's in either by complete accident or from a series of coincidences. He is the king of luck and misunderstandings. As the story progresses, he becomes something of a legend as the various misunderstandings he creates leads to many unexpected consequences. As the various misinterpretations of our MC's strength become more and more skewed, he ends up having to deal with situations that he wouldn't have had to deal with otherwise. This trope is used to build up the stakes for the main character. The more fights he gets into, the more circumstantial victories he gets. The more circumstantial victories the MC has, the more people believe in the fallacy of his invincibility. This leads to characters having extremely elevated expectations of the main character, just like a certain somebody. The story is primarily a comedy. It focuses on showing the difference between how our MC interprets a situation versus the other characters who are spectating and how they interpret the situation. This is a story where you feel as though they had a core concept in mind and they built out from that concept. You are constantly reminded throughout the story that the main character is just a super lucky coward, and everything that happens in the story goes back to that idea. Transfer Student Stormbringer did well enough to earn itself a reboot. In this reboot, the core concepts are reversed. Instead of being a lucky coward, he is instead a super unlucky Giga Chad. It is quite interesting to see how just a slight change in the core concepts of the story changed how it played out. Unfortunately, there was only 19 chapters before the reboot was cancelled. Even though the reboot was short, there is still enough content to see how much the story changed. For my 1 to 10 rating of this webtoon, I would give Transfer Student Stormbringer a rating of 8. You know what you're getting when you read it. It stays true to itself the entire time. This is a light-hearted comedy with slightly dark elements, but is otherwise suited for an audience of all ages. If you watch One Punch Man and have a special fondness for the character King, then I would definitely recommend reading this story. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.